Hello everyone. Last class just we discussed about the sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta, and all this ratios and the different theta values. Like we done about the table values. Sine 0 degree values, sine 30, sine 60, sine 40, so on like that, sine 90. So still 90 theta till 90 we learn this one. So लास्ट क्लास में हमने जो स्टडी किया अलग अलग थीटा के वैल्यू पर साइन की वैल्यू, कॉस की वैल्यू, टैन की वैल्यू, कॉट की वैल्यू, जो सिक्स हमारी ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का रेशियोज है उसके बारे में मैंने स्टडी किया. सो टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट एक्सटेंड द सेम हियर. Suppose if you have a theta greater than 90, then what the value for all six identities means trigonometric ratios. Okay, so suppose we have a x-axis and our axis here, and suppose we have an angle given. I'm just taking examples. Theta is a 120 degree. Suppose we have, it means we know that 120 means greater than 90, and then it will come in the second quadrant. Okay, this one you know that is the first quadrant, second quadrant, and the third, and similarly fourth one. Okay, so अभी हम नेक्स्ट एंगल एक्सटेंड करेंगे 90 डिग्री से ज्यादा अगर एंगल लेते हैं तो सपोज 120 डिग्री, 145, 150 एंगल अभी एज्यूम करने की कोशिश तो कर रहे हैं. तो फर्स्ट एंगल हमारा थीटा इक्वल टू 120 डिग्री. Okay, so if we have a theta 120 and we have to find the value of 120, what the value of 120, similarly cos of 120 and tan 120, respective three remaining like cot 120, then sec 120 degree values and cosec 120 degree values. Suppose we have to hear of this. Okay, so what the value of this all this we are going to learn here. Suppose uh, we have sine 120. So we know that this angle 120 we can write here 180 minus 60. You know that 120 is equivalent of 180 minus 60. So here we can write sine of 180 minus 60. And we know that in second coordinate sine is a positive. So this angle 120 means we have a second quadrant point. Suppose here we have x, y. Okay, so the value becomes same like us. What we have a formula already we study sine 180 minus theta is sin theta. Or we can use the same concept here. Sine 180 minus theta is the sin theta. Because second quadrant sine is the positive. So this will be equivalent of sine 60. So sine 60 we know that just last lecture and video we see that as we know also sine 60 is nothing but we have a root 3 by 2. So we can say that sine 120 is equal to root 3 by 2. Similarly, if you are going to find the cos 120 value, so same concept we can use here. So we can write here cos of 180 minus 60. So in second quadrant, you know that cos is the negative. Second quadrant cos is the negative. So we can say that it will be minus cos of 60 degree, and that is equal to you know that cos 60 is 1 by 2. So we can write 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2. So cos 120 value becomes minus 1 by 2. Similarly, for the tan 120. Okay, so tan 120 also we can write tan of 180 minus 60, that is equal to tan 120 not. And again we can say tan 180 minus theta is a minus tan theta, because tan also negative in second quadrant. So we can write here tan 60 degree, and tan 60 is the root 3. So minus tan 60, here we have minus, so we can write minus root 3. So tan 120 degree is the equivalent of minus root square root 3. Okay, and for cos we can use the same concept. So same you can use here. Cos 180 minus 60 is the cos 120. It will again uh, cos 60, and then you can write this cos 60 is symmetric cos of the tan 1 by root 3. Similarly, sec 120 is that is a equivalent of cos of 120 and cos 120 1 by cos 120, and cos 120 we have a minus 1 by 2, so it will become minus 2. And cosec is that is the reverse of the sine, so we can write cos 120 is the 1 sine 120. This will be also we can write 1 by root by 2, that is the 2 by root. So if you have a theta, so we can find all this value like that. Similarly, if you have any other theta value, we can use the same concept. Okay, so this concept we can find also using the graphical method how we are going to get this positive sign, and cos how we are getting negative. We can use the graphical method also. So I'm going to explain using the graphical method here. So as we know that for sine graph, here we have a suppose y axis and x axis. Okay, and here I'm going to mark a point. Suppose here we have a pi. Pi is that 180. We can say pi is radian, and degree we are going to use the pi is a 180. Yes, so pi is a 180 degree. Here we have a 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, like that. We can use same here. Left side also we can use minus pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, minus 4 pi we can use. So we are going to draw the sine graph. So we know that sine value maximum is a 1. So just mark here line 1 here. Y is equal to 1 line, we know that. We can draw this one. So y is equal to 1 line. Okay. So yes, we know that at at pi by 2, sine pi by 2 is the maximum. So we'll get like that maximum, and then it will come sine pi 0. So you get it. Similarly, if you have a negative value, we can see here minus 1. You know that sine value maximum 1 and minimum minus 1. So uh, we have to consider here first minus 1 and plus 1, and then you need a sine value going to be like it's not going to be cross this line. Okay, so if you are going to draw this one, so we get like that. Right? This is a normal sine curve, and yes, this side also we can put the same concept that side. Okay, here also. Okay, so now concept is we have to get sine 60 value. How is going to equivalent to the sine 120? So we know that here we have a pi by 2. Okay, here we have a pi by 2. So pi by 2 is a 90, and 60 we know that 60 degrees is the equivalent of pi by 3. So pi by 3 going to be like somewhere else. This point. Okay, this point is suppose pi by 3. If you are going to extend this line here, it's going to cut at this point. This is nothing but root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2, we know that this value. Nothing but find the root 3 by 2. It will be 1.732 divided by 2. It will 0.86. So nearest one here, suppose this point is 0.86. Okay. And root 3 by 2 also we can say that one. That's not a problem. We can say this was root 3 by 2. Okay. Root 3 by 2. Now if at this point mark here, we have to draw a line parallel to the x-axis. We have the x-axis here. So parallel to this axis, just draw a line at this point. So what we are getting, you can see, we extend this line parallel to just x-axis. If we are going to draw, we can see our graph going to intersect at a different point. Here, 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 and here, so on. So we can say that this point also going to be yes, less than pi here. Yes or no? So what the distance this side we have and what the distance we have, the both have same. So this point we can say that is going to be pi minus pi by 3, that is equal to 2 pi by 3, and this is the 120 degree. So we can see here we have angle 120 and here we have sine 60. So at both points we can see the value of sine is same. We can see this graph, this line cutting the same point, and value we are getting the same here. So we can say that this way. If you're going to find another angle, at what angle the angle sine of the value is going to be the same, like root 3 by 2 will get the same. So just to mark here this point. So next we'll get here, the difference is this point is pi by 3 means 60. What we are getting here, this is going to set here. So 2 pi plus pi by 3 here. So 2 pi plus pi by 3. Here again we'll get here 3 pi minus pi by 3. So at this point we'll get the same value. Okay, so based on this we can find the general value, discuss later. Now I'm trying to explain how we are getting the sine 60 and sine 60 and sine 120 value are same. Graphically we can explain also, and already we study by using the formula here. Okay, similarly we can pick any angle. Suppose we have 150 like that, so or any other angles. That also going to be yes, going to explain. Okay, so what we have to assume for the other angle, suppose where theta is 150, so sine 150 we can write here sine 150 equal to sine of 180 minus 30, and that is equal to sine of 30. It means sine 150 equivalent of or equal of sine 30, and the both value becomes 1. So just we can consider the same line here at the point here 1 by 2, that is 0.5. If we draw this line here, we can the same here we are getting the value. Suppose this one is a 30, so this will be the somewhere else is a 150. Is nearest to the 180. Correct. Again same here. So we can prove any value here or theta value here, or how we are getting the same here. So we can say that every 2 pi we are getting the same value, and here before pi here we can see here we have the value like between 0 to pi, here 2 pi to 3 pi like that. So in every interval of pi we are getting every interval pi means 0 to pi, then 2 pi to 3 pi, then same for pi to 5 pi, like that you will get the value the same here for the positive one. Similarly, suppose we want to find the negative value, so we know that sine going to be negative in third coordinate. So if theta is going to be suppose 210, okay, so sine 210 we can write here 210 we can write sine 180 plus 30. So now we can see that 180 plus 30 means your angle is 180 and a plus 30 means we are getting in our angle in third quadrant. So here we know that third quadrant is sine is the negative. So we can write sine pi plus theta is a minus sign. We can use this formula. Sine pi plus theta or sine 180 plus theta. Pi is a 180 below that. That will be the minus sign. So we can write minus 30, and that is equal to minus 1 by 2. So if you are going to mark 1 by 2, mark 1 by 2 you will get here on y-axis here. This is minus 1 by, this point is nothing but minus 1 by. At this point, if you are going to draw the same line parallel to the x-axis, so we will get again intersection of this. So from this graph, we can also say that where we are getting negative. We have some negative values. We can see here we have correct. Here we have negative. So all these angles, different angle, but value we are getting same. Like sine minus 30, this will minus 30, and that equivalent to the sine or 210. Likewise, again here we can see we have a negative value here. So we can so every like every for every angle you can show that the different value of angle you will get the value same. Okay. Similarly for cos, if you are going, you will get the same. Like just now we learned about the cos 120 is a negative. Like just a video study, like cos 120 we can write cos 180 minus 60, that is equal to minus 1 by 2. So this one also we can verify 120 how going to be equal to minus 192 and is going to equal to like that. Okay. and minus here. So yes, we have to draw the graph again. We're going to draw the graph for cos. We can draw like that. Okay, and you know that the cos graph is going to be 0 and pi by 2 and minus pi by 2, and maximum is 0, and at pi we are getting the negative is minus 1. Okay, minus 1 here there 1. Similarly, we can extend this out. This is the cos angle going to be changed. This one is pi by 2. This one is at 2 pi. Okay, this is 2 pi. Here we have again, this one is 2 pi plus pi by 2, that is 5 pi by 2. Okay, and again here we have a value pi by 2 minus pi by 2. Sorry, minus pi, not pi, minus pi, and same here, minus 3 pi by 2. Okay. So what we have? We have a cos 120 we have to get, and that value minus 1 to minus 120 will come here. If we check here at this point, we can mark a point here. That is going to be so. Just to draw the line here, we're going to draw the line. Okay, we're going to draw the line here. We can see here. This is your pi by 2 here intersect pi by 2 plus 13. That is this will get a 1 point. Correct. Again, we will get here. Similarly here, we can find the angle here. At what value? Not only one sign, sorry, cos 120 will be negative. Some other value also we have is the less than 3 pi by 2. It's less than 3 pi by 2. That will be the we can say find the value of here also. Same here. Similar, we can put like that. Okay. So here we can put. Okay. Similarly for tan also we can show by graphically. And for cos other angle also we can show, like suppose cos 150, that is equal to cos 180 minus 30, that is equal to minus cos 30. Minus cos 30 becomes minus root 3. We can, so minus root 3 by 2, it will come here, so we can draw a line and then solve. Okay, whatever the yes. So here we have that angle is going to be 150. Similarly, here we have angles, and yes, here we have. So we are getting a value C at this different angle. Here we have 150. Here we can set in. So here we have a 60 plus 90 plus 60. Here we have 90 pi by 2. Here we have 60. That is 150. And again, subtract here 180. That will be the 3 pi by 2 minus. Again, we can subtract 60. So 3 pi by 2 minus 60. That is 2 1 0 come here. Okay. So the value will get. Okay. So similarly, you can find out. So this is a basic concept how we are going to so the value of like yeah, your angle is greater than 90 and even greater than 180 also. How you can show the value is equivalent of some angles, like here 120 equivalent of minus cos 30 and so on, like that. How is going to be equal? So it looks like that. So in this class, we learned this one, and now I'm going to stop. Next lectures, I'll explain some more concept here. Thank you. That's all.